This video I will explain how you do a marker, how you do a saver, flame 1, flame 2, and a scotch. So let's take a look at the video. Now before that, I will just explain a little bit how it's doing. For the marker, you need 4 people. For the saver, you need 2 groups. The marker basically will have a mark from the boss, and they will get knocked up by the boss. The saver, it will be saving the marker during the time when they got knocked up, otherwise the marker will die. The flame 1, flame 2 is basically flame 1 will touch the marker to extend the buff. He will get the buff from the marker. The buff from the marker will go into flame 1, so the flame 1 will extend the duration of the buff. And also after that, the flame 2 touch flame 1, so flame 1 will move the buff into flame 2, so the flame 2 will have the buff and also extend the duration. After that, the last person will touch, the Scorch person will touch flame 2 to finally give the buff to make the buff become a Scorch buff and again extend the duration. And the Scorch will be delivered into the boss. And the boss will try to absorb this Scorch buff and it will deal damage into the boss. So that's the basic understanding of how this role gonna work. So let's take a look at how in the real file look like. In this video, again, we need 4 marker. 90% need 2 marker, 65 need 3, 35 need 4. And in this video, I'm a marker 1. So doesn't matter which stage it, I will have to do all the time. I will have to do perform the mark row all the time. Marker 1 usually will start at 12 o'clock. Marker 2, 3, marker 4, marker 2 at 3, marker 3 at 6, and marker 4 at around 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. So when we hit the bot into 90%, the bot going back to the middle, when I see 90%, you can see that I quickly hook back into 12 o'clock so I can be repaired for the marker row. Make sure that you have 4 marker and the marker order will depend on how far you are. So if I'm the furthest, I will be number 1. Then the next person will be number 2 and so on. So all the members need to stay close to the boss when the boss go back to the middle. So you can see that I try to go all the way out of the map so I will be sure I always number 1. And all the members follow the boss and go back to the middle so they don't get the mark by accident. And the other marker right here, he tried to stay furthest as well, but closer than me. So now at 90% we have 2 mark. The boss giving out a mark, you can see that this kind of messes. After I got the mark, I go back to my position at 12 o'clock right here. And you can see that this marker also go back to his position at 3 o'clock. So over here, I go already back to my location. This is where the boss gonna knock me up. So it will knock in order 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's knock me up first. So the saver will come and save me when I got knocked up by the boss. So boss knocked me up, and as you can see, I have a big circle around my right here. The saver will get into the circle. Be careful that do not get into soon, otherwise you're gonna get knocked back by when he knocked me up. So what you wait until the circle react like this. You quickly get in. You can see that suddenly people from somewhere get into my circle. The boss hit me and it's creating the link between me and the saver. It basically sharing the damage to other people. so I won't die in one hit. After that, they will SS out and break the line. And they already ready to save the next marker right here. He got knocked up. The saver coming in and do the same thing and break the line. As you can see. So over here, this is where my marker buff coming from. I have around 6 seconds before my buff explode. If it explode, I'm gonna die, and we lost the buff, and the boss gonna heal up later on. Excuse me. So we have so before that duration expire, before the buff expire, the flame one will come to me. He wait a little bit, and he touch me. As you can see, the buff right now, give it to him, and we kind of need to maintain the line right here by staying close to each other. Otherwise, if I say too far, the line will be break. If it's break, it will deal a lot of damage to whoever link with the, uh, the line. So I can follow him. I go to my location to be able to block the missile. He flame one right here. He's almost expired. He will go into this location, and the flame two somewhere around this area. He will quickly come to him, and right here he will get the buff right here to extend the duration again, and he go into his location to block the missile. So the missile, when you're blocking it, it also increase the duration of the buff. Doesn't matter who blocking it, just matter if you have a line, it will increasing the duration of the buff again. But because we are the first marker, the Scorch person already come in and touch the Flame 2 right here to get the Scorch buff. So after he get the Scorch, all the line will be disappear. And as you can see, this guy right now already have a Scorch buff, and he quickly move back to the boss. And after we stun the boss right here, the boss will absorbing the buff by grabbing the closest person. And you can see he tried to stay close to the boss, so the boss gonna grab him right there, and he absorbing the Scorch. By doing that, we will deal damage to the boss. You can see that. So that's the basic how the marker, Flame 1, Flame 2, Saver, and the Scorch work. Let's take a look again in the 65%. So as you can see, the boss right now is 67, and I'm already somewhere around this area, which is I'm supposed to be. So when it hit 65, and when I notice that the boss will move into in the middle, I will go back to 12 o'clock. So here we move to the middle and quickly move back to 12 o'clock. Stay furthest. It's 65. It will give 3% a mark. You don't have to be in this location right away. You can hook somewhere. I may be somewhere on the left right here, but at the end I should go back to this location so the server can save me. So it gives 3% a mark. I go back. So one here, second, third one. I go back to my location. The server come and save me. Then they break the line. They save the second person and they break the line. And he not gonna knock up the third person right away. He gonna give the bomb to two further person. So you need to have some person to take care of the bomb right here. Usually the Flame 2 will take care of it. And again, before it expires, my Flame 1 touch me. And the Flame 2 coming in and touch him. And we go into our location to block the missile. And the Scorch coming in, touch it and get the Scorch right there. And he coming in for the boss to solving it. And keep repeating. He go into the next flam too. He get a Scorch. He go here for the boss to solve again, as you can see right there. So that is how the basic how the order row work together for this boss.